This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Friday, the 30th day of January in the year 2026. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here is what we're tracking tonight. The leader of the People's National Congress Reform, Norton, today declared that the opposition-nominated commissioners on the Guyana Elections Commission can only be removed if there is a change in the law or if they choose to resign. Addressing the matter today after the opposition leader Azruddin Mohammed said he wants the three commissioners to resign, Mr. Norton said he is disappointed that instead of consulting with the rest of the opposition on the way forward, Mohammed instead went to the Elections Commission to find ways to get rid of the opposition-nominated commissioners.
The reality is it's a permanent commission, and unless there's a change of law, those commissioners will remain there.
Mr. Mohammed has since written to the opposition commissioners on the issue, but the law provides for a permanent commission at the Elections Commission, which means that while the commissioners would have been nominated by the opposition leader, after consultation with the other opposition parties, they represent the entire opposition and not a single party.
I thought as an opposition party, what Win would have done was to engage us in consultation so that we could deal with the issue and point out to him and his team that it is the law. I think it doesn't look well if you as an opposition run to GECOM for GECOM to tell you we can't do anything. It shows you're not doing your homework. You might be obsessed with getting rid of those who were appointed before, but you need to do your homework so that you can deal with the issue properly.
But both the APNU and the WIN party could be getting ready for a court showdown over the issue, because it is WIN's view that it should nominate all the commissioners, while it is APNU's view that if it reaches to that stage, they should also have a say in the matter. APNU Member of Parliament Ganesh Mahipal said not even the parties that nominated the opposition commissioners can recall them from their positions.
The point I'm making is that when these nominations are made and they are appointed, they serve at the behest of the people of Guyana, really, not necessarily to a political party. Because the political party, after making the nomination, no longer have that leverage or that claim to remove.
Mahipal also recalled that two of the three opposition commissioners were nominated by the PNC, while the other one was nominated by the APNU-AFC when they were in coalition to ensure representation, suggesting that the party is also willing to continue with that formula should it get to that point. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Celebrate with us at Courts. We have what you need at the biggest season sale. Save with great deals and huge savings on select items store-wide. Get unbeatable values on TVs, new arrivals in furniture. Save on select bedroom sets, large appliances, free gifts, and much more. Shop now, pay later. Get huge savings this season, only at Courts. Bringing value home. Offers end February 28th, 2026. Conditions apply.
The Star in Rentals is coming to the West Side. Star Rentals is officially opening on the West Coast Demerara. For all your event needs, we've got you covered. Tents, tables and chairs, coolers, portacool, fans, and AC, stage lighting, LED screens, portable toilets, executive washrooms, and so much more. Join us for the Star Rentals grand opening, Saturday, January 31st at Lot G, Blankenburg, West Coast Demerara. Star Rentals, we got you covered.
Gospel Fest Guyana 2026. Abnormal Praise. Keeping it loud. Mass Night. National Exhibition Center. 6:30 p.m. Join us for an unforgettable night of praise and worship. Featuring Prince Side.
Christian in the place. Holy Spirit like the fire make it blaze.
DJ Nicholas.
Cut it off. Anything I try this trap, you for cut it off.
Samuel Midas.
Who's excited to call your name? I can't be the only one who's a Christian and unashamed.
Sean Daniel.
Question: who started the waving thing? Who started the waving thing?
Faith Korika, Solid You, and several other outstanding ministers. This is the event you can't miss. Bring something to wave. Tickets available now. Check social media for all ticket outlets. Gospel Fest 2026. Mash Night. National Exhibition Center. Keeping it loud.
Let's tell you now that an Albouystown man was shot dead and 3 others were injured in an execution-style shooting incident last evening in James Street, Albouystown. The dead man has been identified as Kevon Ridley. He was shot multiple times to the body as he stood along James Street. The 3 other persons who were injured were standing close by. Persons in the area said the shooting was carried out by a masked gunman who rode into the area on a motorcycle and just opened fire in the direction of Ridley, hitting him multiple times to the body and the others who were standing in the vicinity.
I was sitting on the car, because I now come from hospital, because my father in hospital. My nephew come to me and he buy 2 beer. He take 2 beer out of the fridge and he say, Auntie, you feel for drink. And he drink the 2 beer. Then his friend come and say, is he bored? Kishai. And he come back and take 3 beer. I say, you can get high because he don't drink. And he left and he goes. So then I say, but I come with the XR, park the XR by this rubbish bin, come off, go in his waist and pull out a black gun. Me no gun name. And all my years pop when I keep running. That's all I know.
The gunman managed to escape. Eyewitnesses also said it was confusion in the area after loud gunshots were heard and persons who were on the road started to run in all directions. One eyewitness said more than 10 gunshots were heard, and it was clear that Kevon Ridley was the clear target. The dead man is no stranger to law enforcement and had been previously charged on multiple occasions with armed robbery. In the courts now, 23-year-old Jamel Kenny was remanded to jail today for causing the death of 24-year-old Scott Dorwart in the accident that took place on Thursday on the Barrack-Jagdeo-Demerara River Bridge. The young driver was also charged for operating a vehicle without the driver's license, having no insurance for third-party risk, and faulty packing of a vehicle. He was the driver of that truck that reportedly encountered a mechanical issue and rolled back into several cars on the bridge, damaging them and claiming the life of Scott Dorwart. The owner of the truck, Antonio Johnson from the west coast of Demerara, also faced the court today. He was charged with breach of insurance and permitting an unlicensed driver to operate his vehicle. The 55-year-old owner was granted bail in the sum of $50,000. That driver was remanded to jail. The two men appeared at the Diamond Magistrates Court this morning and were represented by attorney-at-law Everton Singh Lammy. Both men were chained to their feet and the young driver appeared to be walking with a limp. The accident on the bridge was captured on camera. The truck was seen moving at a fast rate in reverse mode, with the driver unable to control it. It eventually came to a stop after slamming into several cars. A number of persons remain hospitalized with serious injuries. Let's tell you now that High Court Judge Justice Sandal Kisun has granted an injunction barring Banks DIH Limited from implementing a 15% cap on shareholder voting power. He also issued a number of other related injunctions ahead of Saturday's annual general meeting of the conglomerate. The court action was filed against Banks DIH Limited by Guyana America's Merchant Bank Incorporated and Bihari Stockbrokers Limited, seeking to restrain the company from implementing and passing some of the proposed resolutions at tomorrow's AGM. Handing down his decision today, Justice Kisun also issued an injunction restraining Banks DIH from presenting, tabling, or putting to a vote any resolution seeking to confirm, adopt, or give effect to new bylaws 8 share ownership. The judge also issued an order to suspend the operation and legal effect of the new bylaw 8 share ownership, including any purported effectiveness arising from the directors' resolutions of November 20th last year, and also restraining the company from implementing, enforcing, or relying upon the said bylaw in any respect, pending the final determination of the court proceedings. The court said an injunction is also ordered restraining the defendant from treating as invalid, disregarding, discounting, or refusing to count any votes lawfully attached to issue ordinary shares of the defendant by reference to any alleged 15% ownership or voting limitation, whether on the new bylaw 8 or otherwise, pending the final determination of the court proceedings. The company is also prevented from issuing, acting upon, or giving effect to any notice, demand investigation, tracing exercise, divestment request, or sale processes purportedly authorized by the new bylaw 8, including any steps set to arise from acting in concert, beneficial ownership, or aggregation of holdings. The court also told the company that it must not usurp the powers of the Guyana Security Council, including the power to impose, enforce, or police ownership of voting limits. The injunctions are to remain in place until the hearing and determination of the substantial matters raised.
Get ready to step into the multiverse. It all goes down February 20th. Brought to you by Mixmaster Tony and powered by GTC. Featuring an international lineup. Added Rankin from St. Vincent, Barry Hype out of St. Lucia, Brandon Duke from Toronto, the Spaniard from Antigua, DJ Optimus from Trinidad, and a major home team representing Guyana. General admission is absolutely free, and for the ultimate experience, the all-inclusive VIP elevated area is just $150. Table packages, VIP bands, and merch are available now at the Port Salts event app. Just search the multiverse or message 620-4336. This is the multiverse. Same timeline, elevated experience.
I am a backpack and I'm ready. Rum in my backpack and I'm ready.
The Star in Rentals is coming to the West Side. Star Rentals is officially opening on the West Coast Demerara. For all your event needs, we've got you covered. Tents, tables and chairs, coolers, porta-cool, fans, and AC, stage lighting, LED screens, portable toilets, executive washrooms, and so much more. Join us for the Star Rentals grand opening, Saturday, January 31st at Lot G, Blankenburg, West Coast Demerara. Star Rentals, we got you covered.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Starbrook Market.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
Guyana's public and public guaranteed debt stood at $7.7 billion at the end of 2025. Minister responsible for finance, Dr. Ashley Singh, has revealed them. During the presentation of the national budget earlier this week, the Minister of Finance said the government was able to maintain responsible and transparent management of Guyana's public debt by meeting the country's financing needs and payment obligations within prudent cost and risk parameters. Since 2020, he said the ratio of total public and publicly guaranteed debt to GDP declined considerably from 47.4% at the end of 2020 to 28.6% at the end of 2025.
In this context, total public and publicly guaranteed debt ended 2025 at $7.7 billion, reflecting positive net flows from both external and domestic financing sources over the last year. External public and publicly guaranteed debt totaled $2.9 billion at the end of 2025, and domestic public and public guaranteed debt totaled $4.8 billion.
Dr. Singh stated that the external public and public guaranteed debt totaled $2.9 billion at the end of 2025. He also explained that multilateral creditors constituted the largest share of 64%, a 6.3 percentage point increase from the position at the end of 2024, while bilateral creditors saw the second largest share of 30.1%. The remaining 5.9% was held by private creditors. At the end of last year, the country's domestic public and public guaranteed debt stood at $4.8 billion. It was also noted that total debt service payments amounted to $264.6 million in 2025, with $176.6 million made to external creditors and $88 million paid to domestic creditors.
Mr. Speaker, Guyana's debt is projected to remain strongly sustainable into the medium term, even as government advances its comprehensive and aggressive development and transformation program.
It was also noted that 5.5% of government revenue went towards debt service in 2025, and that's down from 8.5% in 2020. This, the finance minister said, indicates a strong and improving capacity to meet the country's financial commitments. The Georgetown Mayor and City Council has signed a collective bargaining agreement with the Guyana Labor Union, paving the way for city workers to benefit from improved working conditions. The agreement covers the period January 1 of 2026 to December 31, 2027, and it outlines improved wages, salaries, and conditions of employment for fixed and unfixed workers of the council. Key provisions include ensuring minimum wage levels are no less than those paid within the wider public sector for comparable work, and allowing the union to negotiate appropriate rates for its members based on job requirements. The agreement also formalizes a standard 40-hour work week and clearly defined working hours for municipal staff, including pump operators, sluice attendants, and security personnel. City Mayor Alfred Mentor said the municipality was pleased to sign the agreement with the union, noting that the General Secretary of the Guyana Labour Union, Carville Duncan, has been making solid representation on behalf of the municipal workers.
Grateful and happy that we could reach to this stage. We know the last time we met, as he said, it was a lot more contentious than this, but we were able to work to come to the finality of this agreement. And it's only now for us to put our ink it with our signatures so that we could be able to move the process forward for the next 2 years.
The General Secretary of the Guyana Labour Union, Carville Duncan, said the agreement was long in the making. He explained that for almost 5 years, the GLU attempted to hammer out the agreement with the Georgetown City Council, but there was little to no movement.
This agreement started over 5 years ago. It passed through 2 or 3 mayors, I can recall, and 3 put-down clerks. And they were all promising faithfully that we will have it done. But they did nothing, in the sense that what they were doing, whenever we send a draft, they send a counter proposal. So they were using a delaying tactics, which I was conscious of, for not having this agreement signed. Even when the present mayor was deputy, the mayor then had faithfully said, I will have this thing signed. But then he encountered a series of obstacles from the administration itself.
He said thankfully the present council was determined to have the agreement reached, though there were some difficulties.
We eventually reached a stage where both of us realized that what we are in fact doing was in the interests of the council and the interests of the workers.
In a statement, the Ministry of Labour and Manpower Planning said it was pleased to facilitate the signing of the collective labour agreement between the municipality and the union. The ministry said the agreement represents a major step forward in strengthening labour relations and improving the welfare of municipal workers, noting that it followed years of unsuccessful negotiations, which prompted the ministry to begin a formal conciliation process. The Labour Ministry also said during that engagement it became clear that there were gaps between the positions advanced by the Council and the Union, and as a result the parties returned to bilateral dialogue, and within 1 week an agreement was reached to the benefit of the workers. The APNU today said it will not be bullied by the main opposition Win Party, as it accused the party of attempting to reduce the number of APNU members of parliament who will be able to speak during the national budget debates next week for 30 minutes or more. At the press conference today, APNU Member of Parliament Ganesh Mahipal said a discussion between the two parties on the times to be allotted to the 29 opposition members of Parliament during the national budget debates ended in gridlock after Win attempted to bully the coalition.
And it's most unfortunate that Win doesn't seem to want to respect proportionality, but want to be dominant, controlling, and want to bully us. And we will not have that.
It was explained that the ruling PPP Civic would have a total of 27 MPs who will be permitted to address the National Assembly during the debates for 30 minutes with an extension of 5 minutes, while the remaining PPP Civic MPs, with the exception of the Prime Minister, the Vice President and the Minister of Finance, would speak for 15 minutes each, a possibility for extension. The opposition, on the other hand, he said, will have a total of 20 MPs who will be allotted 30 minutes with a 5-minute extension. Mahipol is of the opinion that based on the principle of proportionality, 11 WIN MPs should be allowed to speak for 30 minutes each, while 8 APNU MPs should be allowed a similar time slot, and the Guyana Movement MP another 30 minutes with a 5-minute extension.
Unfortunately, the discussion between WIN and APNU is at an impasse because WIN wants to take 13 of the 20 allotted 30 plus 5 time, or as we may want to term it as shadows, and they want to give Amanza 1 also, which makes it 14, and they want to give APNU 5, and the leader of the opposition getting the 1 hour period also. We have advanced from the APNU side an argument that speaks to proportionality. We believe that we are in the National Assembly on proportionality. Proportionality has given the People's Progressive Party 36 seats. It has given WIN 16 seats. It has given APNU 12 seats. And the FGM 1 seat.
According to Mahipol, at the time of the press conference, the opposition did not submit its list of speakers to the government for Monday's debate. He said should the impasse persist, the APNU will be left with no other choice but to submit its own list to the government's chief whip, Gil Teixeira, before the end of day. He said while there are calls for there to be a unified opposition, there is no room for bullyism.
But we cannot want to have a unified opposition and cooperation through bullyism. Proportionality is what has us in Parliament, and that is what we should operate on as the principle for us to be equally represented or equitably represented in the National Assembly.
The national debate on the $1.558 trillion budget will begin on Monday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Ready to position your brand at the heart of the region's most influential energy event? The Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo invites you to become a sponsor and connect directly with leaders shaping the future of energy and industry. Choose from 4 powerful tiers: Platinum, Diamond, Gold, and Silver. As a sponsor, your brand takes center stage, from live press conferences and magazine features to exclusive speaking opportunities and top-tier visibility across every major platform. Enjoy premium exhibition booths, media coverage, and access to hundreds of industry professionals and decision makers. Whether you want to lead discussions, host networking events, or elevate your brand presence, sponsorship puts your company at the forefront of opportunity and innovation.
First-time homeowner, ready to build a dream house but worried about getting your plans approved? The Single Window Planning Approval System makes it easy. One application, one online platform, faster, simpler house plan approval. Visit our website to kickstart the process at singlewindow.chpa.gov.gy. No running around, no confusion, just clear steps and efficient service, all in one place. Apply, track, and get approved with confidence. The Single Window System, helping first-time homeowners move from planning to building the smart way. Single Window Planning Approval System, designed for transparency, built for convenience.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
Fruitopia, it's the drink that's hype. Citrus punch, fruit punch, tastes nice. Guava, pineapple, that give me a vibe. We no want nothing less compared to the rest. Fruitopia the best. When quench any thirst when it comes to the test. Perfect thing for my lunch, flavors pack a punch. Fruitopia, Fruitopia. It's a drink that's hype. It's citrus punch, fruit punch tastes nice. Fruitopia, the drink that rocks your lunchtime.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guy Oil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guy Oil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guy Oil has now repositioned itself as market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall in the region. The Trump administration broadly eased sanctions on Venezuela's oil industry Thursday as it seeks to expand production there after U.S. forces ousted the South American country's president Nicolas Maduro early this month. The U.S. Treasury authorized transactions involving the government of Venezuela and state oil company PDVSA that are ordinarily incident and necessary to the lifting, exportation, re-exportation, sale, resale, supply, storage, marketing, purchase, delivery, or transportation of Venezuelan origin oil, including the refining of such oil by an established U.S. entity. The decision to issue a broad general license marks a pronounced shift from a previous strategy of granting individual exemptions to sanctions for companies seeking to do business in the country. During President Donald Trump's first administration, the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control designated Venezuela's entire energy industry as subject to U.S. sanctions in 2019. After Maduro's first re-election, which Washington did not recognize. The license does not authorize any payment terms that are not commercially reasonable, involve debt swaps, or payments in gold. The license also excludes any transactions involving persons or entities located in or controlled by Russia, Iran, North Korea, Cuba, and China. Colombia's top court Thursday ordered President Gustavo Petro's government to pause an emergency decree that had been intended to boost government finances, pending a final court decision. Petro's administration put the measures into effect in December after a tax reform bill aimed at raising 16.3 trillion pesos failed to pass in Congress. The economic emergency gave Petro's government the power to make decisions by decree without authorization from Congress, a move that allowed for higher taxes in an effort to raise 11 trillion pesos to finance part of the 2026 budget. Colombia in June raised the 2025 fiscal deficit target to 7.1% of GDP from an original 5.1%, prompting ratings agencies to downgrade the country's sovereign rating. And finally tonight, international news. The BBC reported today that at least 170 people were killed in military airstrikes during Myanmar's week-long election period, citing a report by the United Nations. credible sources had counted the civilian deaths, the UN Rights Office said, as well as 408 military aerial attacks from December 2025 to late last week, when the third and final round of voting was held. The election itself has already been widely denounced as a sham by numerous countries and human rights groups. The Union and Solidarity Party, backed by Myanmar's military, won an overwhelming victory, according to state media, an outcome which was expected following the tightly controlled vote. Voting was not possible in large parts of the country, which has been engulfed in civil war sparked by a military coup, which saw the democratically elected leader ousted and imprisoned in 2021. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a safe and enjoyable weekend.